Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya Pobuda. I'm a PhD candidate at Ryerson and York Universities, and I study board games. I'm also a big fan of Room 51 and the Macaques, and I'm so pleased and proud to be a part of this today, the 12-hour marathon raising money for Lambda literary and tabletop gamers. So thanks so very much for having me. I'm just going to take you through my PhD dissertation, actually, which is very close to being done, thank goodness. And I actually conducted a bunch of research late last year, including an online survey of diehard avid board gamers. And these are gamers that board game at least once a week at the rate of 70% of the 320 people that filled out my online survey. So really dedicated board gamers. And this is what I found. Here's some top line results. Nobody has seen these yet. And I found that 83.6% of these dedicated diehard board gamers feel very strongly that there is a lack of equitable gender representation in board game artwork. And my empirical results bear that out as well. The next thing that I found out is a top line result, nobody has seen this yet, is 80.2% of these very dedicated board gamers feel that there's a problem with a lack of equitable gender representation in the labor of game design, board game design. So that's another really interesting finding and a very passionate finding at that. The other thing I really wanted to do with this survey is get a bit of a census of who are these dedicated board gamers. And what I found in my call out for participants, I really wanted to hear from people who weren't necessarily white men, but they were absolutely welcome to fill out the survey. And what I got back was 54.4% of the people who participated in the survey were women. They identified as women. 19.9% were men. 12.2% were trans. 13.6% were non-binary. So that's the diversity that I see in my board gaming community here in Toronto. And I'm really glad to see it reflected in a measure like this. The other thing that I found was a real diversity of sexual orientation as well. So this a bit of a census component of my research. And what I found was 8.2% of this dedicated diehard board gaming community is pansexual. 20.4% is bisexual. 9.4% were identify as gay. And just a little under half were heterosexual. So again, a really diverse group of very, very dedicated board gamers who buy board games, are passionate about board games. And again, that reflects back to me what I see in my community here in Toronto. And the other thing that I found, which I really loved, was a top line finding. I asked people I made different statements in the survey and asked them to assess their level of agreement with the statement. And this statement, I wish board game publishing companies would publish more games designed by non-binary designers, saw a great deal of passionate agreement. So 46.9%, almost half, strongly agreed with that statement, and 26.4% agreed. So a ton of passion there, and similar passion with BIPOC and women designers. So that's a call to publishers. And finally, I am so, again, pleased and proud to be a part of today. I hope we raise lots of money for Lambda Literary and tabletop gamers. Thank you to the Macaques and Room 51 for doing this event. This is how you contact me on Twitter, my Ryerson email address, as well as my website, where you can see all the other projects I'm working on. And I really thank you all for tuning in today and listening. Thanks so much.